All right. Hey, it's Matt, Blind Guys Garage, and today we're working on a 2009 GMC Yukon. The issue is low oil pressure. So there's a couple different options for that. One is an oil pump O-ring, oil pickup O-ring. Two is a bad oil pump. Three, I guess, would be the seals on the DOD side of the lifters. And four is probably the lifters leaking down themselves. So we've already drained the antifreeze out, so we can't run it long, but I'll give you a shot of what we got going on. So here we go. This is dead cold. It's actually pretty cool out right now, so I expect it to have decent oil pressure. And dead cold, we have less than 30. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a new pump in it and a new oil pump O-ring, or oil pickup O-ring, and hope that fixes it. If not, we'll bring it back for a set of lifters. But either way, preventive maintenance on that oil pump O-ring. So let's get started. Serpentine belt removal, 15 mil wrench, push it away, reach up here on the alternator, pull it off, done, and pull the belt off. This belt does not look very good. Let's inspect it. Nope, it's fine. All right, and here's where we're left. While we're in here, don't really look like it needs it. Let's take a zoom in right here. It don't look that bad in there. We'll spray it with a little brake clean, just be sure. What we're working at to get to is this water pump right here. So I'm gonna take this pulley off to make my life easier. You don't have to. And then we're gonna work on getting this water pump off. These 6 bolts. Here, here, here. You can't see these, but here, here, and right there. All right, here we are. Got both radiator hoses off. Well, radiator hose off at the top, thermostat housing off at the bottom. But see if you can hear this. If you can't, sounds like that bearing's awful rough. Either way, got a new pump for it. So now, 6 bolts. Let's get this pump off. All right, all the bolts are out. Ironically, the pump's still hanging there. Typically, these don't do that. So, let's see what kind of mess we make. Grab up here at the top. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. We got a bloodbath down there now. Yay, and I tried to catch it. Alrighty, as always, the most pain in the tail part of doing these LS motors is the crankshaft pulley. That bolt is always torqued on there stupid tight. So your options is put an impact gun in here, which it does fit very nicely actually, on this particular truck. Or if you don't have an impact gun, I'll show you a little trick. Alright, so if you're in a really tight spot, you have no impact gun, you can't keep your motor from turning, you can do this. This is dangerous. Support your long breaker bar ratchet on the frame rail over here. Now you have to know the direction the engine rotates. In this case, this engine rotates clockwise, and the bolt to take it out comes out counterclockwise. So if you hold the bolt still and the crank pulley turns, that's the same as pulling the ratchet up. So now you can use the starter motor to spin the bolt out. It works sometimes, it doesn't others. I don't know if it worked in this case because I used impact gun, but here we are. So impact guns is by far my favorite way to go, or to be able to actually support the crankshaft pulley. And if you ever use the frame rail method just like that, be very careful in what you lay the ratchet on, because if you're not careful, you'll end up with some broken stuff. Yep. Such as electrical wires, brake lines, power steering hoses, radiator nipples, you know, these things right here. So for now, bring it back. All right, and for pulling harmonic balancer off, you need a 3-jaw puller. Little legs just come up and hook. Stud, screws right in, presses out. Now let's walk over here and look at the balancer. That's for foreign cars. Alright, as for the balancer, you got a jaw that hooks on each one of these legs, here, here, and here. Put a shaft through the center, and just spin her out, and it'll press it right off, right into your hands. That's it. Now, can't really see down there still. Huh. I don't know where my light went. Blind guy problems. Let's just grab the cell phone, I guess. See? No balancer, but it sure is dirty down there. Yuck. Alright, well, we got our tiling cover off. Got a nice little front seal leak, as you can tell. Now let's roll up over here. There she is. Everything looks decent in here. I don't see nothing crazy they broke or anything like that. Seal surface looks fine all the way around. All the bolts come out nice. Now the fun part is we're going to have to drop the pan on this one because the bolt's not located on the top hole on that side. It's located in the bottom hole down there. So here we go. Now we got to go drop the pan. And what we're probably just going to do is unbolt it all the way around and let the front sag a little bit. So we'll do it. All right. Last thing we do is we drop the oil pan. All we do is take all the bolts loose around it. We didn't actually take them off. We took them loose and let it hang down about a ½ inch. And now we'll zoom in here and take a look. All right, let's zoom in here and take a look. Let's see if I can get you in a good angle without blocking the light. So right here is your pickup tube. There's a bolt hole here on the pump and a bolt hole here on the pump. Take this bolt out. It's a 10 mil. And now we can take all these bolts out. Let's do it. All right, the pump's off. Here she is. There's what she looks like with no pump. 4 bolts holds the pump in. 2 there, 2 there. Slides right off the crankshaft. Now, there's your old pump tube, pickup tube. I already pulled the O-ring. Let's go over here and look at the pump. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to tell me I did wrong, but when I do these, I take the housing apart. I'll pull the front cover off. I'll slide the gear out of the cover while it's on the crankshaft. And now this will make it easier to get it off the crank, not damaging the oil pump pickup tube or the O-ring. In this case, we're not going to reuse these O-rings. They're brittle. And honestly, it's really loose in here as it is. So we'll come over here. Here's our new pump. I just took all the bolts out of it. Hadn't even popped the cover yet. So pop the cover off. It's got a little bit of like mineral spirits looking stuff in there. Same exact design on the inside. We'll pull the rotor housing out of here. Grab here and here. And here. Walk it out. Set it on top of the case over there. And now what we'll do is I'll pack Vaseline in the channel here. 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 And then the housing's actually pretty clean, so I might spray it off with some brake clean just to be sure that there's no trash in it. And then we're going to put it back together, piece by piece, so that we do not damage this O-ring going back together, since I did not drop the pan all the way off the engine. If I would have dropped the pan all the way off, I could unbolt the pickup. But to do that, I got to drop more crossmember parts out, and it ain't worth it to me. So I take an extra step or two, but I always disassemble these pumps anyway to clean them and pack them full of Vaseline before I start one. So it really isn't that much of an extra step on my part. Some people would say it's a waste of time. That's how I do it. Alright. I don't know if I'll be able to show you this good on camera or not. I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. So what we do is we slide this over, kind of weasel it over the nipple there. It's got Vaseline in the nipple end right here. Now what we'll do is we'll grab the nipple of the pickup and we'll squeeze it into the bottom of the pump. Let's see if we can hear it. I can't get my hand around it. Let's see if I can get it from this angle. Let's see if I can set the camera up somewhere. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing to squeeze together. So now all you do is you grab the bottom of the pump, the top of the pump, walk it to a straight, and you squeeze. See if we can hear it. Because you should be able to pop it in without any problems. And if you got a problem, you gotta take it all back apart. You don't want to pinch that O-ring. All right, well, it didn't actually pop, but it slid in. So let's keep going. All right, here we go. Oil pump is fully installed, packed full of Vaseline. We'll put the plate back on, torque it to spec, torque all 4 bolts, and retorque the main bolt down here at the bottom. All right, well, we have now got, let's see if you can see it. Yep, you can see it. Timing cover's all back on. Everything's done. Oil pan's bolted up tight. So all we got left now to do is the water pump, the belt tensioner, that kind of stuff, and put oil in it. So I'm gonna let the oil drip out of it for the rest of the night. Just drip, 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 drip. And we gotta get a camshaft sensor because this one was seeping around the camshaft sensor. And let's see, where did I set it? There's like it was like a hairline right here where it was seeping, and then in the process of getting it out, I broke it. So it was cracked already, and then I broke it getting it out. So, having said that, for now, I'm going night-night. So, yep. See you all in the morning. All right, we're back. First thing this morning. Crankshaft pulley on, AC belt on, new camshaft sensor installed, and we got a visitor.
Hey man, I snuck in.
He snuck in on us. Now, let's see if it runs. Yep, no water pump, no intake air tube, but we want to see oil pressure. That's the important part. Yeah, keys are in it. All right. Let's see here how this is gonna go. Fire it up. Oil pressure. That's what I'm talking about. Now we need that lifter clatter to go away. Come on, Mr. Lifter. Quit your tic-tacking. Well, it looks good. So for now, and the lifter had just quit tacking, I'm pretty sure. Mr. Holloway, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
It just quit when I shut it off, didn't it?
The noise?
Yeah, the tip.
Yeah.
Let's fire it one more time. Yep, it's gone. All right, we'll finish putting it together. No.
What'd you do?
Almost fell.
Oh.
I was bobbling, I was grabbing.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you said.
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, okay. All right. Got the Yukon basically finished up. Here we go, laying in. Whoop. All we got left now is, a radiator hose. Probably need to do that before I put the intake on. All right, bring it back in a minute. All right, we got it running. Mr. Holloway's hiding from the headlights.
Here I am.
We got a little ticky noise like a belt is rotating on a pulley wrong. I'll crawl over there and look at it, but you know, she's back alive. Bring it back in a bit. All right, well, here we are. Runs good. Go ahead and turn the fan speed down. And that wasn't the fan speed. All right, here we go. There's our oil pressure, our water temp, our fuel. So we're sitting at 40 pounds hot or warm, a little under a quarter tank of gas, over 14 volts, and just under 210 on water temperature. So we've had it running now about 15 minutes, So yeah, we should be good to go. Now I'm gonna turn this thing around and I'll bring you back outside. All right, well, here she is. 2009 GMC Yukon. Get the hood popped. Go ahead and flip that up. She's done, ready to leave. He's coming to get her right now. The only thing that's wrong at this point is the AC belt broke. In the process, this is one of them stretch to fit belts. So we will finish that again later. The Zone didn't, not just the Zone, but nobody had one in stock. So had to order one. He's gonna bring it back in a few days to finish it up, I guess, or you know, take it to somebody, have them fix it. Not a big deal. It's just an AC belt. But there's your truck. 2009 GMC Yukon SLT. Pretty nice little truck. 178,000 miles. So I think it's 178. Either way, oil pump's done. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I read all the comments. I answer them all as usual. So hope y'all have enjoyed it. Y'all have a great one. Later.